Welcome back to Comical Opinions, where we read them first to save you time and money. This is a review of the Codex Volume 1, which is an indie submission to our website. In this volume, a ragtag bag of scavengers in a post-apocalyptic Earth found the key to stopping a demon before it finishes what it started by bringing the world to an end. But before we start, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notification. Your thumbs up, it helps keep us going. So let's get into it. This is the Codex Volume 1, written by Corey Crater, art by Pablo D. Bonis, colors by Damian Peñalba, letters by Adrian de la Serna, and the cover is also done by Pablo de Bonis. In this issue, we have a band of post-apocalyptic scavengers that are roaming the wastelands looking for anything they can find to trade for money, barter for supplies, barter for food, what have you. Through snippets of conversations and the little bits and pieces of flashbacks, we learn that the Earth, which is a sort of parallel version of our own, which is a mixture of steampunk and magic, uh, was engaged in different forms of nuclear testing. And this testing awakened a massive demon down in the bowels of the earth, and it came up and let loose plagues of zombies and demons on the earth to destroy all of humanity. Now this band of scavengers are looking to just get by and survive when they find a magical key that turns out to have the power that would bring the demon back if he ever got a hold of it again, to finish off the earth and destroy it for his demon hordes, unless they destroy it first, which would help quell the demon infestation and allow society to get back to normal, if they don't wind up killing each other first. So, what do we think about the title? Positives overall. This was an extremely well done graphic novel from Corey Crater. There's a lot of rich, deep lore. The scenes, the plotting, the pacing, the dialogue, the narration, all of it is exceptionally well done. This is pro level stuff. So if you're looking to pick up an indie title that feels like it is exceptionally well thought out, mapped out, planned out, especially when you're talking about mythology and lore that goes back in some cases centuries, that involves different cultures, different forms of science and magic at the same time, and pieces it all together in a story that moves well, that reads well. And this graphic novel is about 190 plus pages, so you get a lot of story for your dollar, and it's really an enjoyable adventure tale. And especially when the lead character, whose name is August Drasky, finds out that he's sort of at the center of saving the earth when he really doesn't want to. That makes it all the more enjoyable, because you're also following along with the hero's journey, following these different magical systems. You're following along with these different towns where they're led by gangsters and mutants and all kinds of strange, wild, imaginative cultures, races, and individuals who all have an agenda in a really rough, downtrodden world. What didn't we like about Codex Volume 1? Sometimes the references to different languages, different peoples, different places, different locations gets to be a little bit overwhelming, because you don't quite know what you're supposed to pay attention to. Some of that will come out in the wash. So if you just follow the main characters, you're pretty much going to be okay. But sometimes within the courses of their conversations, they start making references to people, places, and things that you have no context for because they haven't been developed yet. So on the plus side, it's good that you have a well thought out, well developed, and well planned out world with all these different cultures and races and things that are happening, because it gives the environment mass and weight and gravity, and you feel like it's moving. You feel like a story is happening in a lived in place, so it feels complete. You're just not coming into something that feels a little too superficial and too basic. But the negative side of that is if you reference too much, saying, well, this person came from that tribe who was responsible for that language system and responsible for this other magic system, and that all comes together and over here, and that's why what she just said was important. Sometimes it just gets to be a little overwhelming, a little bit too much. Again, this is a 190-page graphic novel, so you can't really do it justice. The positives definitely outweigh the negatives. But if you're going to say, if you're going to figure out what what kind of took away from the story and where you kind of zoned out a little bit because it is so big. You really have to hold the reader's attention. It's all the references to the deep lore and magic and some of the systems where and different locations, previous battles, previous wars. There are multiple wars that are referenced. There are multiple battles that are referenced. There are multiple bloodlines and families and races and things that are referenced. And you're like, okay, so what am I supposed to pay attention to? Uh, so you just kind of have to roll with it a little bit. So a quick word about the art and the art quality. The art quality in this is fantastic. So Pablo de Bonis really stepped up his game to give you a graphic novel that looks um, dramatic. There's lots of action. The character designs are unique and memorable, and you really feel like this was a graphic novel where the artist took their time to make sure they gave you as much rich detail and thoroughness to make sure that what you're reading looks as good as the story looks and is drawn with as much thought and care as the script that it was written. So big props to Pablo de Bonis, and also the coloring from Damien Penalba looks great as well. So art wise and art quality wise, this is top notch stuff and much better than most indie books that you'll find on the market today. So there we go. Final comments. Codex Volume 1 is a great post apocalyptic tale with fantasy on the side. Uh, Great designs, interesting characters, excellent pacing and plotting, and plenty of story to dig into. And there's a lot here. This doesn't finish the tale, even though it's 190 pages. This is really the first part of a much bigger tale. So it's definitely worth your time and definitely worth your money. So therefore, we're going to give Codex Volume 1 a 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review. Before you leave, please like, share, comment, subscribe to Comical Opinions for more comic review analysis every week. I'm Gabe Hernandez, your publisher and EIC. You have a great day.